Alright guys, this is meant to be a more of a reference video for the law enforcement and corrections officers training program that I have put together. We have a little bit more than here, but these are kind of the core movements that we do. We start out off of what I call the number one, kind of an escort position. Okay, all we're doing is grabbing the wrist, trying to get it upwards if we can, this wrist pointed up. Okay, this is just covering. This we can walk or we can talk, whatever. They start to get a little bit squirrely. We go into the 1+, which all it is putting a little more pressure on upwards on the elbow and in tight to the body, while this one goes down, while my right hand goes down and it goes to here. Okay, this is what we call the 1+. All right, so all we're doing is again putting a little more pressure here. So if they start pulling their hand back towards them, all I'm doing is putting this hand to my body, okay, letting it go across, and I'm underhooking with this hand into this position, okay? See how I've kept this one to my body? All it does is slide down the arm just slightly, and I've got a nice little arm bar here with control of the shoulder, okay? This is our number 2 position. So getting from number 1 and 1+ to number 2, all we're doing is he's pulling down slightly. I'm continuing to fit my body. This hand goes here, up through, and again you'll see this one just catches right there on the body. Okay, into our number 2 position, or our number 3 position, I'm sorry. All we're doing is dropping this through. You can do it one of 2 ways. You can either kind of let go while you've got this one pinched tight and swim underneath, or what I really like doing is a thumb through motion and just getting that thumb through into here. Okay? Alright. And we'll end up in this position where I can control the head, keep it away from me. If I need to, strike, whatever. Okay? So the next one we're going to do kind of comes off of that same setup. It's our number 3. So if we go from the back, you've seen number 1, and we're going to go into here, catch, okay? Now my right arm is going to go over the top, just like this, into here, okay? It's what a lot of people call a Kimura position. So again, from here, he starts getting squirrely this way. I'm guiding it through, over the top, straight into here. Okay? All right.
A big part of that 3rd position, once you get over the top, once you get here and you get this in position, you want to use your elbow and your structure to make sure that you take his body structure and his balance or ability to stand up.
Okay. Now we're going to go straight from there into number 4. Okay, this one he's pulling more towards his head, just wanting to bowl up on you. Okay, all I do is take this hand, kind of circles his wrist, okay, and let him kind of go with it. This hand goes over the top, figure 4's my own arm, okay, and I set his shoulder or his elbow right onto my shoulder, just like this, into here. Okay, this is our number 4 position. Again, if we're here, let's step back so we're still in frame. If we're here, he starts to bowl up on me, straight into here. Okay? All right, so the next one we're going to do is our head and arm restraint. This one, all I'm doing is he's buckling up. I'm going straight across his chest and throat, catching this just like so. I'm not cupping my fingers like this. I'm going all the way through, doing modified gable grip, just like this. Things to remember is make sure you keep your head in contact with his. It just kind of creates that noose effect to where I can get this nice and tight, okay? I'm also driving this elbow in deep, so he's not able to move or throw me that way, okay? All right. So, next thing we're gonna do is a few throws from these different positions, or sweeps and that sort of thing, okay? They're very simple. So from here, this is our 1 plus. Okay, I like going to 1 plus before I go into any of the throws from this position, just because it uproots him and it gets it gets him up on his toes. Okay, makes it to where I have structure and he doesn't. Okay, so I uproot. Now all I'm going to do is step in front of him and press his shoulder to the mat. That way. Okay. We're doing it nicely because I don't want to break my toys. Okay? So that first one we push forward. The next one we're going backwards. Okay? We get him up on his toes. Alright? And then we just step back. Okay? Alright. Next one comes up from our number 2 position. We swim through just like this. Okay, now all we really have to do is get heavy, really heavy on the back of his shoulder and pull him down, okay? So we're going out that way. Sets up really well for this hand. I've still got a hold of it. I can get into a cuffing position from there. Okay? Next one we go basically a 2 plus. We're going into here, swimming through. I swim this one through here, just like this. Now if we go this way, okay, all I'm doing again is putting pressure here, and I like to step in front and go straight to the ground. Okay? All right, same thing from our number 3 position, or the Kimura. We're going from here, step through, up to here. Now all I do is get heavy on the back of that shoulder again, and straight in here. Beautiful cuffing position from here. All I do is put a knee on the back of his head, and we're golden.
Your position takedowns?
Yeah. All right. So the next one, he's bowled up on me from position 1. We go here, here, okay? All I'm going to do is step behind him and take his body down. Okay? This works beautifully into a nice control position here. Roll over on your belly, roll over your belly. Okay, now I'm in cuffing position. All right, of course, the whole time we're wanting to make sure we're using verbal commands and that sort of thing. Okay, so that one again, he starts bowling up, through, in tight to the shoulder, step across, belly out. Okay, and I can even go this way, and I've got the arm. All right.
Shoulder pin?
Yep. Okay, so from this position, again, he starts just raising that arm. I go into the shoulder pin or the head and arm restraint. Remember that gable grip. We're in here. Now all I do is take him backwards. That way. Okay? Okay, next thing we usually work on is some version of striking defense. The biggest thing is to keep it simple. We're going to cover up and crash in. And I really, like I've said in many of my classes, I don't really care how you do it, just so you cover yourself up and you're crashing in and you get to work towards that back, okay? So however it goes, okay? Getting those hands up here, through, however you want to do it. That's very simple. As far as strikes go, most everybody knows how to do it. To do it correctly, it would take a ton of time. So, all right. So, next ones we're going to work on is from the ground, okay? Some very simple ground escapes, okay? From mount, from guard, and that sort of thing, okay? Remember, these are positions you do not want to be in whatsoever, okay? But most people have some modicum of wrestling background and that sort of thing, so it's somewhat inevitable. If you can, try to be on top. It's not always the case, okay? First one we're going to work on is just a basic guard sweep. Okay, so I'm pulling him into guard here. Okay, let's get these on the other side. Okay, I'm hooking a foot, all right, and pulling him down, bracing with the other one, and I'm going to be shooting my hips up this way as far as I can. Okay, and up on top. All right. Go ahead and get him out. Okay, this one is worst case scenario whatsoever. We're just going to try to pull them down to us as best we can. Get them high. I'm wanting to try to get an arm on one side of me. Same thing again, if I can get a foot, great. If I can't, we're going to try it, okay? If nothing else, get this tucked in with your elbow, catch this with your head, and we're rolling over this way. Okay? All right. Cut the video for a second.